Alrighty, we are back again with another short little video here. This is predicting movements. This is all about predicting movements in fights, okay? Now, predicting movements is really important. It's almost like how the fundamentals of piece control kind of started. If you have an opponent like this and he's inside of a box and you see him through the walls, you should be able to see him unless you're in mobile builds, then good luck. But even if you see him through the walls, and let's say you had a cone in this box and he flipped the cone up, where is he going? In most cases, he flipped the cone up because he wants to have another layer of protection in between you two, and he might go up. If he edits this floor, he's 100%, or not 100%, but in most cases, he's going up. So you have a few options. If you see that, you obviously place this here to block him, so when he pops that cone open, you can either go for a shot, or you at least have this to block him so you can go up on the other side and get a full box on him when he's right here. You shoot, you do whatever you got to do, and you end up killing him. Now, let's say another situation. We have something like this. He's in the box. He does this, and you see, you're watching him through the wall. The biggest thing is that you're watching this guy through the wall. You have to, because it's not really predicting, but it's more of just reacting to where they're going to be going. So you see him through the wall, and you see him turn like this. As soon as he turns like this, think about where the fuck is this guy going? If he turns this way, is he going to flip back into a 180 and run out over here? He might, but in most cases, him turning like that tells you, okay, I see him turning in here. He's coming to this box. I pre-box it. He runs out thinking that he's it's got the next juke on the century. He runs out here. I pump him in the face because I see him and I watch him run that way. Now, let's say that he does it to the other side. He turns this way. He's running out here. As soon as he steps out, he should be full boxed right here. His option is either A, he takes the fight here. If you miss your shot, he can shoot, obviously take that back and do something like this or whatever he wants to do. But ideally, you still predict him that he was going here. And now you don't want to pre-box too early because that's a mistake I make and a lot of other people make. If you see him edit like this and you pre-box all the way and he can recognize, okay, he's already pre-boxed me. I don't want to run out in here because I'm fucked. He'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll just go out through the back. Now, again, if he goes out through the back, let's say you're over here. Let's break this all again. I'm here. He's in his box. He goes out through the back like this. What should I be doing? I can either A, jump over, you mantle, you run up. You try to take these edits. You go for the full box, something, a cone, not a stair. You either stay up here and you shoot him like this, or you jump down and you shoot him, whatever you want to do. But you're just trying to get any pieces at all over here. Even if you can only get, let's say I'm up here and I can only get a floor and he places the cone. Does he know I have the cone? Maybe not. Even if it's different builds, he might still be just so in the moment that he's not able to recognize that he didn't place the floor. So I take the cone. Now I have a double edit on him, and I can do a right-hand peek like this, or whatever you want to do to land a shot. Now, let's say we have another let's say that he's going down now in the box. How do players usually go down? Well, most players have the cone in the box. So if you want to get down from the cone, he has to flip this up. So he either has to A, be back here, edit this, and go down. Or B, he has to be here and go like this, and then he drops down. A good way to actually get people to go down, because a lot of people love going down for some reason, is let's say I'm here like this. There's nothing in the box. I come up top of here, and I do that little ding ding. Let me see if I can do it. Boom. I place this in here. He's at the back side of the box. He's right here. He's either going to run out one of these sides. If he runs out one of the sides, again, it's an easy full box here. If he goes down, which is most people do, they edit down, you drop, and you place this immediately. You look down, and you place this wall, and you get the full box on him. You don't have to worry about getting both sides. You can if you got the motion down pat. But he's going to be here. You go for a pump, then you re-peek with a different angle or whatever. And it's all about kind of watching your opponent through the builds and seeing where they're going. Now, another option of predicting is, let's say you're PG in or you're build fighting a guy, and he does a simple retake, something like this, goes out to the side, and then he's going to go up and reset this. Now, if you're PGing and you notice that he's done this retake 500 fucking times and that's his only retake, you should predict it where he's going to be going. So we know that he's going to be coming out to the side, doing this, and then looping up and maybe doing something like this. So what I'm going to do, if I'm above and I see this, is I'm immediately going to flick and grab this. This right here tells me that in most cases, he's going to be trying to connect to something over here. Obviously, he might flip it back and get crazy on you and go over here. But in most cases, based on the patterns we have from the previous fights, he's coming here. Then I can get a full box, get all these walls. If he escapes all the way out here, then I do the same thing, come down, and I shoot him. So predicting is less about actually predicting and more about recognizing fighting patterns. So that's just one for PG, and let's just go down and reset this. Let's go right here and just reset her. Now, another prediction you can do is with edited and pre-fire. And pre-fire is definitely more of a prediction than actually anything. And that's where you're in a situation like this. Let's say I'm here, I have this wall up is mine, and I'm attacking this guy's wall. I see him inside, and if you notice when you go to edit, you just watch my hand when I go to edit. My finger goes up a little bit, and there's a little movement. And it's hard to see, but that's why, you know, being on high or low high meshes is actually nice, because you can see more clearly through the boxes. But let's say I see his hand, and if he's positioned right here, what edit can he do to shoot me if I'm pointing at the screen, you can't even see it, but if I'm right here? Obviously, he's going to do something like this. But if he's standing like this, I have a free shot on him. So all you want to do is sit here, and if you see him do that, if he's moving to the front of the box, you see this, all you do is you wait for him to pop it open, and then have a way out. So if this is edited like this, then you pre-fire and you reset. If this isn't here, then you shoot and you look down to take this wall. And then let's say he gets cracked there and he's like, fuck, I have to heal. He runs back to heal. You go aggressive. You win the fight. So pre-firing is kind of predicting, but also just using your kind of brain to figure out what edits he could do. Because if he's here, he might pop open this edit like this. You can still pre-fire. But he's not going to edit this. How the fuck is he going to hit you? He's going to do some shit like this? No. He might do this one, which is fucking psychotic if he does. But either way, you got to picture, okay, he's probably doing the peanut butter peek. Everyone loves the peanut butter peek, but they love to do it here and then run forward. Now, if he's already here, the only way you're going to hit him is if you're all the way like back here, which you still can pre-fire and reset like that. But it's just going to be a little bit more harder for you to hit, because if he's really quick with it and he does some bop, hits you, reset, and then maybe he takes the wall and comes at you like that. So you just have to be a little bit careful with the pre-edits, or the pre-edits with the pre-firing. But it's all about just recognizing what your opponent is doing in the box. Now, how do you practice that? We'll end with this. How do you practice that? You play realistic 1v1s. You pick a striker SMG. You pick early game. And you just get the fucking fighting reps in until you get to a point where you're like, okay, he's in this situation. I've been in this situation 100 times. Every time I've done it, or half the times, or 80% of the times I've done it, the players went down. So now you're using your past fighting knowledge to help you in the future. And that's why a lot of pros are so fucking crazy at fighting. It's because they've done a gajillion reps compared to the normal person, that they know what each skill level of player is going to do. So that then they're able to predict it and look like fucking demons, but they just put it in the practice. So please, 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 you know, get good at predicting. It's going to help a lot. And anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. This one is a little long compared to what I'm looking for. So maybe the next one should be a little shorter. But yeah, cheers.